Hello everyone, Alzion the Great here. Welcome back to League of Legends Manager on Moba GM. Come back today as SI Gaming is 0-13, 12th in the conference standings. Not doing good. When you take a look at some of the dashboard thing. Team stats, we are dead last in everything. Finance information really doesn't matter. There. Right now, Sours 1.7 kills leads the team. Cider leads the team as well with 3 assists, and Rounder with 289.1 creeps a game. Before we go any further, take a quick reminder of the league leaders. Magic Gad kills. Cowboy leads the league in KDA 15.8. Just a small, there's a pretty sizable chunk, not small, pretty sizable chunk of the league left. Milikos leads the league in assists, and Anide leads the league in CS. Now, before we get started today, I would actually like to do something different, as it has come to my attention that, this is a series, and, well, it's going to be a franchise series, obviously, so we're going to be doing more than 1 year. We're going to have prospects. And as you see, under the Players tab, all the way over here, there are prospects for the next 3 years. Now, this is a very fun thing about the game that you can do. You can see every single prospect for the next 3 years, all, there's 42 in this, 42 in next year's. Apparently there's only 30, or actually, I don't think, hang on. Yeah, there's 42 in all 3 of them. They just wasn't sorted by the prospect number. But for now, I need you to ignore 2021 and 2022. Most of these guys, or girls, if there's a girl there's a small chance that girls appear in this game, which I absolutely love, and you can increase that chance, which I absolutely will do as we go on later in the series. But ignore these. All these 16 to 15-year-old names have not been changed, but everyone in 2020 has been changed, and I am now happy to share with you my top 5 prospects. But before I go there, I just want to say, yes, the prospects are going to be edited. Almost every single prospect is going to receive an edit of some sort, whether it be to their name, to their overalls, or to their potential. Even their actual name, like their not in-game name. As let's just look at the worst prospect here, Andy, Greg Thomas. I could change his name from Greg Thomas. And just if anyone's interested, this is what the edit screen looks like. I can change first name, ID, Thomas. I can even change their age if I really wanted to. I do this, I almost exclusively edit prospects in overall. I can do individual rating, but it just takes longer to get to the point that I actually want to be at, and individual rating don't really seem to matter. The higher overall you are, the more you're going to win. You can make people have glasses, which is cool. And, why don't we make Andy have some glasses? He's probably not going to get onto a team, but you never know. Yeah, as for the prospects, most of them will have something changed about them, and I kind of have to edit it. And also the positioning and depth of the classes. Now, the game isn't really that good at discerning depth. Now, I will say, it has a great variation. There's a lot of great variation in the classes. As there's never one class that is the exact same, and every class is unique. But to put this into perspective, I took a note before I edited this class. It had 12 AD carries, 6 junglers, 7 mid laners, 2 supports, and 15 top laners. And yeah, that's not gonna work. That didn't work for me. So what I did was I adjusted it slightly, along with editing all the names and some overalls and stuff. It now has 980 carries, 9 junglers, 980 carries, 8 junglers, 9 mids, 8 supports, and 8 top laners. So yeah, we're going to go through my top prospects. There's 42, but I only have a few in mind. The first 3 are obviously the top 3 prospects in the class. AC Tornado Dervish is your top prospect in the class. He's an 80 carry. With, if you take a look at his stats, As far as mental, he's a really good team player. He is a very good team fighting AD carry. He's very aware. In fact, I think he's like most AD carries when they start out their career. Or not even career, just playing AD carry. They are good at team fighting, but not so good at laning. And as far as his game, he is good at positioning for the most part. He is 58 overall and 100 potential, and his addition to the league should be great. As you know, all the top 3 should be. But he will obviously have some competition with DJ Rocker Daniel as the number 2. He is also an 80 carry, 55 overall, 100 potential. His best mental ability is his fortitude, although that is not particularly high. He's a really good laning 80 carry with some good team fighting, so he's kind of like the reverse of Tornado. And as far as his game, he's really good at last hitting. I am not sure if that helps with CS or with getting killed. I think that means getting killed. Yeah, Rocker is kind of a different 80 carry than Tornado, but he's still one of the best. And he's obviously the number 2 prospect in the class. The 3rd best in the class is Omari Johnson, Corbin, as he is a top laner with 54 overall and 100 potential. 62 adaptability is his best mental trait, so I'm guessing he adapts to counter picks well. I'm assuming that's what that means. In terms of his tactical stuff, he's a very aware player, but he's kind of average everything else. In his game, he's actually pretty well spread out. His best trait is last hitting, although his second best trait is positioning 1 point behind. Yeah, Corbin looks like a pretty well-rounded player so far. And this is where we deviate as we go to number 4 prospect on my top 5. He's actually the 7th prospect in this, and that would be Josh Traquisto Drake. He's a jungler at 58 overall and 100 potential. His best mental is that he is an absolute leader. He played baseball, I bet. Traquisto is a leader, and a team could use leaders, especially in this game. Tactically, he's not good at laning or team fighting, but he is a jungler, so the laning at least makes sense. He's very aware, though, to be able to help out his teammates on the map. And as far as his potential goes, or not his potential, his game goes, he's actually really good at summoner spells, such as smiting. So, yeah, he's kind of the jungler equivalent of what is good to the game right now. It's a good, look into what the game views as a jungler, being good of a jungler. But I think this class's strength, as it's been shown already with Tornado and Rocker, is at 80 carry. The 5th prospect on my list is Zhou Shang Delaran. He's actually from China, as he only speaks Chinese, and he should be interesting because he's 59 overall. I think he's the highest overall prospect on the board right now. He has 100 potential, obviously. His best mental trait is his consistency. I don't know if that's due to performance, or like his performance in game, or if he's just like a consistent person who will ask the same amount of money. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but he's very consistent. His tactical, he's a really good aware player. He's a really aware player, and he's a really good laner. He's kind of lacking in the risk-taking department, although I'm not exactly sure if that means he doesn't take risks, or he just takes risks poorly. But as far as his game, he's really good at last hitting, really good at kills, and Delaran should make an impact, even though in my simulation thing that you guys don't see, I think most teams are kind of hesitant about signing from out of North America, just simply because most of the time the prospects ask for more. But that took up 8 minutes of the video, so that was impressive. But yeah, the entire class is right here, and I will scroll down as slowly as I can, just so you can see. Remember, it's everyone on the left side of the screen. That is who will be in the series for sure come this off-season. Yeah, there you go. And also, I just want to put an asterisk. As this series goes on and I reveal more prospects, you're going to notice there is no black prospect. That is because in this game there isn't really a black skin color. If we just take a look back at Greg Thomas, Andy, I can edit the skin color, but it's in a weird number format, and getting it to black makes it look really weird. So, I want black people to be in this, but I can't really put them in unless I go to the online version, which is a different game as a matter of fact, quickly download or copy and paste someone who has black skin in the online version of in League of Legends GM, which is a browser game made by the same company. It has a specific code that it uses to, or a specific number, like that thing that you saw. It uses a specific one for blacks. But anyway, enough about the prospects. Enough about races. We're in this game. We are 0-13. We are not doing good. Right now, with 10 minutes of video, I'd like to do quite a bit of simming today. I'd like to get this Primal Gaming game or this Excalibur game. I don't want to do it too quickly. I don't think I'll be. I mean, I'll probably draft the game. I'll probably draft Excalibur. Let's do that. So we'll go to Primal Gaming. We'll draft Excalibur. But yeah, we'll do that. Here are the standings once again. Paladin at 10-1, with Primal at 10. Paladin 11-1, Primal 10-2, Quantum at 9-3 are the top two teams. So yeah, SI is looking for their first win. Hopefully they can get it. As far as a roster change, I don't think we're going to be changing anything. Excalibur hasn't really done good, but I'm going to keep him in for this season, or for this thing. I think we're going to indeed put CJL over Rounder, so we bench Rounder, and I would use the trading block and like trade with people, but the AI already doesn't do that because there's an option to do that, and I turned it off because it usually results in the AI making really stupid decisions as far as their future. Like the AI trading away most of the time, it's absolutely screwed over in that trade. And I don't really want to cheat the system, so I'm just not going to trade most likely in the series. I could sign a free agent if I really wanted to, but I don't really think so. But anyway, here were the playoffs at the start of today. We obviously would not be in it. Yeah, let's go ahead and start simming here. First 3 games that I'm going to sim are against Crystal, Quantum, and Quantum again. Okay. So let's see if we can win game 1. So game 1. Then we win our first game of the day. Let's try to do that. As we lose to Crystal. Any standouts? Athena's starting. That's nice. Yeah, Excalibur had 2 kills. It's something. I mean, it's not terrible. But yeah, Crystal is... I mean, I'm actually really surprised that Crystal hasn't succeeded more. Basically, in every simulation before this, I had to nerf Crystal. Like, I actually have the thing, I think, right here. Yeah, so... the first time I ran simulation, Crystal went 1-1 and 2. I ran sim 3 times, they won the championship twice. And even after I nerfed them, they won it again. I had to nerf them even further, and they finally jumped down to 6. So this is apparently a year where Crystal is not very good. Yeah, we lose to Crystal, and we got back-to-back games against Quantum, who's one of the best teams in the league, so I don't think we're going to win. We actually had our bye week right there. We had 2 of our bye weeks, so we had a little bit of rest before we try and get our first win against Quantum. We do not, and we get stomped if the towers didn't already show 1-8. We got stomped. CJL got a kill on Calista. That was our only kill in the game. And it was on Gargoyle. Well, I don't think we're gonna win the second game. I don't think we're gonna win the second game. I didn't even look at the standings. That's player ratings. Second game against Quantum, we lose again. I mean, this game it was a little bit closer. I mean, it was 4-8, wasn't terrible. Sours got some kills on Ribbon, Excalibur defeated on Brand, and CJL got some kills on Zaya. I mean, hey, at this point, it's better than nothing. Why did we give Monte a Ruined Soul? I see why we lost this game. Because Monte is one of the best in the game. League, and we gave him the only power pick that's good in the mid lane. That's amazing. Okay, so I actually just remembered to do something. I was actually going to do this at the beginning of the video, but I actually just changed the patch information for Season 1. Now, I didn't go in and like drastically change it. Scion and Asol are still the best. But I made it a little bit more open. Like, as you can see now, Aatrox and Gangplank are, 5-1 the top lane. The jungle is pretty much the same. I'm going to start using Set, by the way. I'm definitely drafting Set today. Yeah, I think Annie, Fizz, and Karthus. I made the mid a little bit more wide. AD carry, I think Xayah. Yeah, Xayah is now a good AD carry. And then there is Scion with Alistar and Leona. So, ahead of the draft, so I guess slight cheating, but I had intended to do it anyway, and I also forgot that I had a Season 1 meta thing, so it would have been in at the start, but, kind of forgot about it. So here we are, 18 weeks into the season, I think. We're 0-16, and we are not doing good. Paladins at 14-3, Quantum at 12-4, and Excalibur jumped up to 11-6. Crystal's going up, they're 10-6 as well. Silver Dragons at Primal. Primal's actually dropped, so I kind of want to draft Primal today. So Primal's on a little bit of losing streak. We're going to draft these next two games against, or I'm going to draft these next two games against Excalibur and Primal. So let's go check out Excalibur. Right now they're 11-6 with a very bad profit. They have Sani in the top lane, one of the best top laners in the league, by the way. Mohinder in the jungle, Tryphon in the mid, 4-7-5 at AD carry, and Cieza at support. As far as my coach options go, I don't think I'm going to change anything. Let's just stay away from bot lane. Well, I mean, it really doesn't matter what we do. I don't really think it matters what we do. We just got to find a way to succeed. You know what, actually? I think it does matter what we do. Let's change it up. I mean, just don't focus jungle and focus bot. So we'll try and give CJL the means to carry, although he is the worst ADA on the team right now. CJL not doing so hot in his 3 games. I mean, let's just bring back in Kirchhoff and Rounder. Let's just bring back in the guys who are the higher overall. If we're going to get a win this season, I think we need them to perform decently well. But let's do this. So, get the draft against Excalibur. I'll be right back after I've done drafting. After I'm done drafting. Alright, so I didn't get the draft set. Excalibur banned it immediately. So I responded with Aurelion Sol, Blitzcrank, and Leona. They banned Scion and Shyvana, first picking Alistar. I went Annie Senna, to which they responded Illaoi Diana, which none of this... Senna's a counter pick to Alistar, and I was waiting for bot laner. I mean, obviously she's only a bot laner. And then there is Diana, which does not counter Annie. I picked Aatrox, it doesn't counter Illaoi, but Aatrox is higher in the meta, and Sion's gone. I could have gone Gangplank, but I had to go Aatrox. I banned Nunu and Elise, so I could try and pick Rek'Sai. Well, they banned Wukong and Rek'Sai. Luckily, I decided to get a support option and pick Thresh, because he also counters Alistar. And then they responded Trundle Twitch, and in order to combat Trundle, I picked Evelynn. So, this is a pretty good draft. And I think we can win with it. But you know, we haven't done that all year. Let's see if we can win. We lost. But it was such a good draft, too. I can't open that Snapchat. I'm sorry. That's a video. You're gonna have to wait. But yeah, we, I mean, Angerian did good. 3-5-1. Predraft and Rounders returns did not bode well. Well, I don't think that was our game. Primal, I think, lost another one, so I think we're gonna try and win against Primal. I think we can do it, but let's see if this draft, hopefully I can get set. Hopefully it goes better, but let's see if I can get this draft and hopefully get our first win. Alright, so worst draft this time around. I think the AI's picked up on the set, and they've banned it first time every single game. I banned Blitzcrank Leona Zaya, Blitzcrank Leona because I wanted to go Annie, obviously, and Zaya because I didn't know what Gary I was choosing and I didn't know what band to make. So yeah, they first picked Nunu, which means I had an open to pick Rek'Sai Annie. Or actually, I picked Thresh, and then I picked Rek'Sai because Thresh counted as Nunu for some reason. Then I picked Rek'Sai. They responded with Karthus Fiddlesticks, so I just locked in Annie. I kind of made a gap here. I banned Camille because I had no idea what to ban, and then I saw that I needed a top laner, and I was like, well, I guess I don't want to face Aatrox. And then we picked Callista to go with our Thresh in the bot lane, but they picked Jinx, which counters Callista. They also picked Kled, and although Gangplank doesn't counter Kled, he's still higher on this. But I doubt we're gonna get our first win here. Although Primal has been falling, so maybe. Nope. And Taber's Kled destroyed us, as well as Teratus' Jinx. But yeah, it's looking like a winless season here for SI in the first season, but we're trying. We're trying to get our first win, guys. I'm trying, okay? Here are the standings with 4 games left in the season. Paladin Esports sits in first 15-3, Quantum is 13-4, and Excalibur is 12-6. Russell sits at 11-6, with Primal at 11-7, Jade Crown at 10-7, Silver Dragon at 10-8. And then we get into the bad teams, with Aether Wolves at 8-10, Imperium Ages at 6-11, 207 Shock at 5-12, and Crimson Moon Esports at 4-13. If the season ended today, if we had an 18-game season, SI Gaming would be the worst, as we are 0-18. We're trying. We are trying. League leaders real quick. Rusty has taken over Kills lead. Dark also now leads in KDA. Milikas still leads in assists, and Anide still with the most CS per game. But though times are going rough, the season is almost over for SI Gaming. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys